The media storm resulting from the EFF not granting access to the Daily Maveric, amaBungane and Scorpio to cover its second elective conference continues. Yesterday, eNCA withdrew its coverage of the event, saying the party's decision is an attack on media freedom in the country and must be condemned in the strongest possible terms. Earlier, SABC News spoke to Tebogo Ditshego, the Vice President of the Public Relations Institution of South Africa, and Sophie Mokoena, the SABC News Foreign Editor, about that decision.
I don't think that it's the correct decision to make. I do understand that if you'd like to protest bias within the media, you would do it in different ways. And perhaps they thought that they've tried different angles and it hasn't worked. But censorship is never going to be the answer to dealing with differences that you have with journalists and the manner in which you are covered. So we can never support a move for you to censor journalists and not allow them into your event. I'll give you a simple example, a practical one. There is a media house that I didn't agree with. In an angle, they were approaching a story. But I engaged them intellectually. And then I invited them to come and see one of our projects for themselves, you know, and that is the kind of approach you need to have, where you increase your transparency as opposed to saying, no, we don't want you here anymore. I do understand that the Economic Freedom Fighters is following a very radical and revolutionary approach, using various examples that you'll find in Latin America, Venezuela, and so on and so forth. But the freedom of expression is very sacrosanct, and the move by eNCA to not cover the conference is addressing censorship through censorship. Right. It's never going to work.
Okay. My problem is when the EFF, the very same EFF, let's go back to the archives, they are there. Just Google EFF ANN7. You know, when that happened to junior journalists, what did we do? I'm happy because SANEF did take a stand. They did approach the EFF, as Malema has indicated, and they couldn't agree. And they agreed to disagree. But the reality is, we must be consistent for us to end the respect.
Situations.
Yes, it shouldn't be because it's Peter. I don't like Peter. I'm going to keep quiet when Peter as a journalist is attacked. Instead, I'm going to be, I want to make one example. In 2007 at Polokwane, when senior politicians, some of them today are ministers, went to the working area of the SABC because they didn't agree with SABC, perhaps, maybe justifiably so, to go and intimidate SABC staff at the working area, almost like coming inside the SABC, saying, we are going down there, the announcement is going to be made, President Zuma is going to win this conference, when we come back, we are going to deal with you.
Wow.
The then head of news, Nuki, had to say, some journalists, particularly women, go. The situation is now volatile. Those people today, they are ministers. Some, and they were followed behind by journalists who are doing a story, rather than saying what's happening, you know, laughing. So I'm saying we must be consistent.